So first of all, I want you just to take a moment and come into a posture that really supports you in your uprightness, and a posture that is representing your intention to be fully present. And it's actually really good to sit on a chair and just allowing yourself a little bit to arrange your posture towards the screen. It should be far enough or close enough so that you can actually retract the dot from one side to the other. And ideally, you want the dot to be on your eye level. If that is not possible, that's, I think, not a too big problem. But I really want you to play a little bit with the distance towards the screen and the dot. And when you feel relatively positioned or you think it's a good distance, then just allow yourself to just notice, be here, and maybe imagine sitting under this tree, nature, and kind of evoking a little bit of a sense of presentness in the nature of receiving and experiencing a sense of calm and peace. And as I said, you can use this image of the tree to visualize and imagine that you're actually sitting under the tree and being sheltered and protected and nurtured. You can also imagine sitting under the tree and imagining an additional place that you prefer to be, that adds another layer of comfort and feels maybe special to you, whatever feels right. So as you're imagining sitting here right now, just noticing what it's like to be here, noticing the quality of the space you're in, whether that's under the tree or another special place of yours. And you can actually, if you like, for a moment close your eyes if that is even easier for you, to fully visualize being in that space or place. And as you do, then making use of your senses. So you want to be in a place that offers you a sense of space that is for sure your place, that cannot be accessed by any others, because this is really a place where you want to retreat a little bit, where you actually really want to create a sense of calm, where you want to create a sense of peacefulness, where you want to rest and rejuvenate. And the good thing about this place is that you actually can create it. It does not have to be a real place, it can just be created in your imagination. Or it can be a place that you've seen on a postcard somewhere in a movie, or you've been there. So just allowing yourself to basically beam yourself there, just noticing how you get there. And so in that place maybe already, as I said, allowing yourself a moment to really fully land and be in this place of yours. That is a resource for you. where you actually really can create a little bit of time for yourself, where you can breathe, where you're not getting distracted. And noticing what you can see, the colors, the objects, the distances, what's in the space, what is surrounding you. Maybe you're looking out into the canopy of this tree. Maybe you're looking straight onto the horizon, the end of the ocean in front of you. Maybe you look into the sky, the vast blue sky. Whatever it is for you, just taking a moment and notice what you can see. Notice what you can hear, the soundscape. What are the sounds that you're surrounded by? Sounds coming from all different directions maybe. Sounds that you would like to hear in this place. If you prefer sounds, maybe you prefer stillness or silence, then just noticing the sound of silence. Noticing what you can taste, noticing what that space, the fragrance of that space, the freshness, the quality of the air in this place. Maybe also noticing what you are in touch with. And really, really noticing what it's like to be, what it's like to rest. Maybe you're sitting on a chair, maybe you're laying on the beach or on the grass. Maybe you are in a hammock and you're noticing that gentle movement of being rocked and caressed. Maybe the hammock moves by a gentle breeze. Whatever it is that makes you feel a little bit more calm and at peace. Very good. And just noticing what that feels like. And if you're noticing this feels relatively calm, or this feels calm and peaceful, and if you have your eyes closed, then I'm inviting you to really notice that sense of calm and peacefulness or regulation, to notice where it can be felt the most in the body, to really make this land, and then opening your eyes and noticing that in your body, that calm and peace, and letting your eyes track the dot from one side to the other. Tracking the dot from one side to the other, and if you like, you can, of course, don't forget that you're breathing, noticing the breath, and maybe you want to align the awareness of breathing with the dot moving from one side to the other, so you could breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You can take a long breath in and breathing out slowly. You can align your in and exhalation with the dot moving from one side to the other. Just one half pass or full path, whatever works for you. Just simply noticing the dot moving, noticing a sense of calm, creating a sense of rhythm and balance, and breathing. Then going to pause and I am going to pause. And now focusing on your breath. Maybe have something to drink. And if you like, you can continue just to continue creating a sense of calm and regulation. If you like to work on something that concerns you, that gives you a sense of anxiety or discomfort, then I would invite you to just simply notice what the discomfort is about, what comes to mind, a thought or a feeling, noticing where you can feel that or sense that in your body. And if it feels right, rating how intense this discomfort feels right now, whether it feels like a 2 or a 3 or a 4 or a 5 or 6, something between 0 and 10 to scale and score your discomfort that you're experiencing right now. And then I would like you to, when you feel ready, to follow the dot. The dot is moving now faster, and I will pause in between. Remember, it is your choice, that if you feel it's too much, you can stop at any point. You can contact me if there's a benefit, if you don't know how to regulate yourself. Otherwise, you could go back to the beginning of this track and just create a sense of rhythm again, or whatever else helps you anchoring the breath. Something to drink, a little bit of movement and stretch is also something that might be helpful in this moment. If this is too difficult right now, then I would invite you to stay away from the practice, and maybe when you feel a little bit more comfortable and awake to approach the discomfort, then to practice this. Nevertheless, if you want to go ahead, so noticing the score of the discomfort and following the dot from one side to the other. Noticing what is arising, noticing breathing, and tracking the dot from left to right, right to left. Very good. Keep going, keep tracking, keep noticing breathing. Letting your eyes follow the dot. from one side to the other. And I'm going to pause. Very good. Now shift your focus to the breath and feel the air flowing in and out of your body. Have a stretch. Have something to drink. Notice what is arising right now. Notice the discomfort. Has it changed? Has it moved? Has it become more intense? Has it become less intense? The best way to find out is perhaps to rate on a scale 0 to 10 how difficult does it feel right now, challenging or intense? 0 neutral, 10 very difficult. So if the score has come down from the first round, or is the same, very good. Then it might be slightly increased because now you have increased anxiety. So I really want you to notice, remember in between this special place of yours as a way to regulate and create rhythm and balance. And if you feel it is appropriate for you, then to continue now to notice the discomfort, maybe even to notice where in particular in the body you can feel it. So that part that might feel a little bit activated, so let that part also follow the dot, so to speak, but certainly use your eyes and move with the dot from one side to the other. The eyes, only the eyes are moving and tracking the dot from one side to the other. Very good. That's all what you need to do. Noticing breathing. If you're noticing it gets a little bit more intense, you may want to do the butterfly hug, interlocking your thumbs and putting them on your chest and letting your hands one after the other tap like a butterfly, the wings lifting one after the other and gently touching one after the other, the part of your body. You can do that also by placing your hands on your lap and lifting your hands one after the other, or just using your feet and just lifting the heel one after the other, or lifting the toes one foot after the other, or just simply continuing following the dot from one side to the other. Very good. And I'm going to pause. And take a breath. Stretch your body. Orient yourself to the space you're in. Maybe have some water or tea and fluids. Maybe imagining you in this beautiful place of yours, just for some extra. And then if you're ready, noticing what is arising and re-rating the intensity of the discomfort between 0 and 10. Noticing where that can be felt in the body, if that feels safe enough. Just noticing if there are any thoughts coming up. Whatever it is, there is no right or wrong. And using the dot again as a way to be present and to track the movement of the dot from one side to the other, at the same time breathing. At the same time noticing your entire body in its posture, being fully present. Knowing that you can pause and stop any time, or just continue tracking the dot, noticing what is arising, breathing, very good. And I am going to pause again. Noticing breathing, stretch, reweight the level of discomfort. So if it has come down, I'm just slowing down the dot a little bit for you. Just noticing that and following the dot from one side to the other. That's it. Noticing your breath. If you like, you can align the inhalation with the dot moving from one side to the other. Breathing in and breathing out. If that's a little bit too fast, you can even use a full pass. So breathing in and breathing out. That's what you can do. And just continuing following the dot. And let's slow down a little bit more. So really creating this sense of rhythm. Imagine you're under this tree, sheltered, protected, nurtured, or visualizing your special place, if that adds some extra, to really allow yourself a pause. To, if there's anything else arising, if that is the case, to let that part know you will attend to it at a later time. Right now you're taking a break because you need to rest and rejuvenate and create a rhythm again. And that you will attend to whatever else needs to be attended to, whatever else is causing discomfort at another point in time. But for now it's time to slow down. And to conclude this practice. Very good. And I'm going to pause. Take a breath. So for now, this is perhaps it. You can go back to the beginning to just do the save or special place, so that you can really imagine you're in this place. But you have also already visualized that, so you may not even need the instructions. Just allow yourself to be here for a little while before you're heading off or before you're proceeding. Maybe write down a few notes, write down what this experience was like, write down what you noticed, write down or just make a note on the changes of the scores that you experienced. And it's really good to revisit this, but also to practice the special place, to use the practice of the breath, the mindfulness of the breath, to use some mindful movement, to bring in the butterfly hug or some tapping on your knees or using your feet to tap on the floor. Maybe if you like to listen to some nice regulating rhythmic music or sound, that is something as well that you can do. And monitor your experience. If something is changing, know that this is a tool you can use. If this is too difficult, then and you don't know how to regulate or contain in all the techniques that you have learned so far don't work, then please give me an email and I will be in touch with you. Very good. Let's do the dot one more time. Checking the dot. Imagine another tree. Being sheltered. Imagine protected. And really resting and balancing. Very fully experiencing this particular way of being. And knowing that you're now really concluding this task, this practice, let that be felt in the body, that sense of calm.